3, 2, 1. Oh my God, that's cold.
Wow.
Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast. I'm Miles, the You Betcha guy. This is the coldest podcast in all of the Midwest. We got a great one here lined up for you. We're going to talk You Betcha Palooza. We're going to talk snow days. We're going to have a little people's at Craigslist as well. So sit back, relax, and we'll get into the show. Here at You Betcha, we know that life is way too short to hold your own drink, and that's why we have the Bev Buckle. Now, the Bev Buckle is a belt buckle that is the world's first retractable drink holder. And I tell you what, this thing holds your Busch Lattes like a charm. They are handmade here in the U.S., and these guys were also on Shark Tank. So they are the perfect gift for someone who loves to drink Busch Lattes, but, just doesn't want to be bothered with the fact of holding the Busch Latte. You can find these guys on their social media at BevBuckle or on their website, bevbuckle.com. That's BEVBUCKLE.com. And if you want 15% off of your order, use promo code YouBetcha with no space. That's YOUBETCHA. You Betcha, promo code 50% off at bevbuckle.com. And I hope that you guys love your Busch Latte holder. I want to talk to you guys about U Motors Motorsports and Marine, located in Fargo, North Dakota and Pelican Lake, Minnesota. They have all of the best brands: Honda, Yamaha, Ski-Doo, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Nautique boats, Super boats, Supreme boats, all of the boats, and even Avalon pontoons. If you mention this ad, you can get 20% off parts and accessories, and obviously some exclusions may apply, but you can get 20% off parts and accessories. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, but also at their website, umotorsinc.com. Again, that's umotorsinc.com.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to episode 6 of the You Betcha Radio podcast. I am Ryan, the t-shirt guy. Remember, you can find us on all social media platforms at OUBetcha, at OHH You Betcha. Go follow us on social media for more Midwestern content. Man, it's a big week. We have You Betcha Palooza. We have one of the coldest shirt drops this week. A lot of cool things happening.
Yeah, it's like when you're back in your football playing days, it's like you got fall camp, and it's like finally hit game week. It's a little bit how it feels about You Betcha Palooza.
Yep.
We are now getting into game week, and whatever happens from here on out happens, and we're just gonna have to deal with the consequences. No, I'm super pumped because we basically just sold out the cornhole tournament.
They're gone. They're all gone.
Which I was sweating it a little bit because we only had about half of the slots filled going into the last day. And then it proves that people just love to procrastinate, which is fine. But it'd be nicer on my blood pressure if you guys would just sign up push for a little bit earlier. That'd be nice. What do you think?
No, I mean, I think you were sweating it more than I was, but at the same time, it's kind of like it goes hand in hand with the merch sales.
Yeah.
Like when you hop on camera and you get assertive saying, "Your last day is today."
I kind of spazzed on people a little bit. I slammed the thing.
Yeah. No, I like that. I think that was I think it was a good plug to basically conclude the shirt sales. God, that's
Cornhole
where my
sales,
mind's at all the time.
I like that, Ryan.
Cornhole sales.
I don't want you like on SpongeBob when he's trying to do fine dining in Squidward's restaurant.
Yep.
And he tells him to forget everything except for fine dining. I want you.
That's you with me.
Yeah, I want you, Ryan, to forget everything you know except for t-shirts.
T-shirt. Yeah.
And then SpongeBob forgets his name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's when everyone in his brain is starting fires and throwing stuff everywhere.
Yeah. How much SpongeBob did you watch back in the day?
I was very consistent
Yeah.
SpongeBob watcher.
Same. Now you're wired a little bit different than me. I can't just like pull quotes out of my hat and like.
But what's funny about SpongeBob is my dad, low key, loves SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be watching it, and he would just be laughing his ass off at some of the stuff that's going on, and my mom would be like, "That was dumb," but she also thought some stuff was funny as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should start it off. Get You Betcha Palooza out of the way and just let the people know everything they need to know basically for You Betcha Palooza.
Yeah.
Kind of like a FYI.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about cornhole slots. There are none.
But
they're gone.
So we'll talk about, so if you signed up for the cornhole tournament, what you need to do.
Which I did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that. Ryan, the t-shirt guy, is now in the cornhole tournament.
I will be there.
So I was trying to get him to when he's playing, he can only wear a t-shirt. But we'll see what he decides on the day of.
Man, the weather, the weather that weekend is supposed to be a lot better than it has been before. So I feel like it'll be a heat wave coming through.
So you're going to be just in a shirt, is what you're saying?
I mean, I'm not going to rule it out yet.
There we go.
The option is still on the table, but come game day.
So everyone who's entering, I want you to destroy Ryan if you're playing him. If you lose to Ryan in cornhole, I'll make you unfollow the page. You can't follow. You can't listen.
We'll just kick you out of You Betcha Palooza.
Yeah, we'll have the security kick you out if you lose to Ryan, the t-shirt guy's team. What's your team name?
The Corn Stars.
Oh, God. The old Corn Stars.
Yeah, I came up with that myself. No big deal.
Do you guys have corn syrup in your Corn Stars?
Well, I will be drinking beer with corn syrup in it.
Does Busch have corn syrup in it? I don't know. I can't tell.
Well, so the corn syrup is used during the fermentation process of beer. It doesn't.
I know, but like.
So no, you don't. There's no corn syrup in the end product.
No, I know that, but like.
I'm pretty sure
about Bud Light not having corn syrup. Do we know if Busch Light uses corn syrup in their brewing?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I have no idea. If you guys know, let us know. Back to You Betcha Palooza.
Yep. Sorry.
So destroy Ryan's team in the cornhole tournament. All you got to do on the day of, show up and register. You'll walk up to the registration table. You'll show your ID, who you are. We'll get you your swag bag, your registration bag with the You Betcha shirt, drink ticket, all that stuff. Then, basically, I'll kick off the tournament. I'll have a megaphone out there explaining the generic rules. It's a gentleman's game, so obviously you keep your own score, and then whoever wins, you go write your name in the correct slot on the bracket.
Yeah, we'll have a big bracket.
There'll be a big bracket, and then so then that's what you'll do after you win all that stuff. It's a double elimination. We're gonna have the cornhole tournament going all day, I think, and then like we'll try and rally everyone around the championship game or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be pretty bummed if I go O2 barbecue.
Yeah, you probably will. Anyways, Ryan's really trying to make this segment about his cornhole team, the Corn Stars, but I just need to keep giving the people the info they need. Parking, kind of going to be a free for all, to be honest. I think that some people are going to be able to park out on the ice.
Yeah.
If not, you might have to just park on the street and walk out a little bit. It'll be on the DL strip where the beach is. There's a lot of like bars and restaurants on the strip. We'll be out somewhere in front of there. You do have to be 21 or older to get into the actual event. Let's see what other stuff. I believe the Holiday Inn will have some shuttles rolling. I don't know how many or how often they'll be going back and forth, but that will be an option so that you won't have to get in a car and drive or anything like that, especially if you're staying there.
Yeah, you can see the Holiday Inn from where we'll be on the lake, but it is not a short walk.
It's not a short walk, so you'll have to figure that out.
After party is at Holiday Inn.
After party, there'll be a live band. I also think that there is going to be a Busch Light special all day, naturally, hopefully.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. Anything else, Ryan?
No, that's all.
Jimmy John's is going to be there. Obviously, we talked about it in the last podcast, but they'll be handing out stuff. Yeah, it's basically you're gonna show up, hang out, drink some lattes. We're gonna have the peaker challenge.
Are we?
Yeah. So a peaker in the Busch Light culture is when the mountain on the can logo lines directly up with the mouth. And the challenge is we're going to have a board wall there with different heights. And when you are done drinking your Busch Light can, you're just going to go throw it in a pile like you're in the backyard playing beer darts. And we're going to try and make a big mound of Busch Light beer cans.
Nice.
And however high it gets, if we get to a certain level, then we'll give some stuff away. If we get to another level, we'll give some more. Like basically, the more we drink, the more free stuff we get.
Yeah.
So that'll be going on, the peaker challenge, as we call it, because it'll be a backdrop with basically just like the Busch Light logo mountains on it. We'll have some drinking games. We'll have some stuff to keep you warm. There's gonna be some heaters. We'll have some bonfire pits out there. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time. I think that's basically it.
Yeah, I think you got all the house cleaning items out of the way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna probably do another video this week at the end of like, this is what you need to know. But it's on Detroit Lake, in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Be there, or be a spotted cow drinker.
Boom.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, house cleaning is done. You Betcha Palooza is this week. Oh, it's not done.
It's never done. We're gonna have posters of me in my robe that are going to be for free. Oh,
I'm getting one of those.
Guys, I'm excited about this one. So I'm trying to get a Koozie collection going. So, and I'm going to probably display them somewhere in the bunker at some point, but we're going to do a Koozie exchange. So I want everyone who comes to bring a Koozie that they'd be willing to donate to the bunker. And obviously you're going to get a free Koozie, the YB Koozie, the teal, but basically bring a Koozie to help grow the You Betcha Koozie collection, basically.
Yeah.
We've got some started already, but
we're going to have a full wall of koozies at one point. Yeah, this is a huge contributor to that.
Yeah. We want to do a koozie wall of all different kinds and colors and logos of koozies, because your aunt can never have too many koozies.
Yeah, I mean, like bring your dad's construction company koozie, or like bring your favorite hunting company's koozie.
Yeah, camouflage, pink, blue, white, yellow, whatever it is, we want it. Yeah, so that's one of the things that we kind of came up with as we were going along with this, that I love looking at all the different koozies. It's like a collection thing, like a trading card or whatever. Yeah. But so yeah, your aunt's koozie exchange. Bring a koozie to donate to You Betcha Koozie Wall.
Boom.
There we go. I think that's it, Ryan.
Okay. House cleaning's out of the way. You Betcha Palooza, February 16th, starting at 12 p.m. Goes to 5 p.m. after party at the Holiday Inn. Let's talk a little bit about Miles's latest obsession in bowling alleys.
Well, not so much obsession.
Would we call it an obsession?
No, I just am fascinated.
Okay.
More fascination.
Fascination of bowling alleys.
So over the weekend, I was in a bowling alley with some friends, and I thought we were just going there to drink, but we actually ended up bowling. So I sat back and I observed some people and I observed some things about a bowling alley, because there's a lot of interesting things that happen.
Well, it's a great people watching environment to start with.
Excuse me. Yes. So right off the bat, it's a very interesting clientele there, and it changes throughout the day. Late night is just a bunch of college kids, a bunch of high schoolers that don't really have. They just, let's go bowling. It'll be a great idea.
Hey mom, bring me to the bowling alley so I can meet the love of my life there. You know.
Yeah, the crush, whatever.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is wild is that we all wear the same shoes. We all wear the same shoes.
Like bowling shoes?
We just all share shoes.
Sure, okay.
Yeah. like they're like, oh well, they like sanitize them. No, they don't.
No,
they literally take this spray and just go, and that's it. That's supposed to like think of how much
like foot fungus bacteria.
How many gross feet have been in the shoes that you're wearing at the bowling alley? Nothing is better though when they slaps a pair of shoes on the counter. That's what they do. And they don't like grab them with both hands and put them up there. They gotta do the cool guy, one hand, slap on the table. When you get the new pair, like you can tell that they just got these in. It's the best. That happened to me.
Candy store. What size shoe do you wear?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
I just have average size feet.
Okay. Yeah.
I have size 10s, Ryan. Okay.
I wear 9s.
Now you threw me off.
The new bowling shoes.
Yeah. And then the people you're with get the old ones. And like, let's say you have someone next to you who's the same size and they slaps both on there and one's new and one's old. You better snatch those new guys so fast.
Yeah.
So that's just a start in bowling alleys that we all wear the same shoes. I think it's gross putting on someone else's shoes, like even if they're like your brother or something. It's not that sweet.
It's just not a true fit.
But because you're in a bowling alley, you just, oh yeah, these look awesome. Slap them on, lace them up.
And then I feel like one of the first person you recognize in a bowling alley is the guy that has brought his own shoes in.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that hard old guy. So first off, the atmosphere is always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're feeling good about bowling, we always go in there thinking that like this is going to be the time that you bowl a 250. You walk in there and you're like,
turkey.
You're so confident. You're like, you know what? I usually bowl a 106, but I think that this might be like the time where I string together a bunch of strikes and I'm going to come out of here the best bowler in the whole place. And so like, if you go to a bowling alley that like has the part where you get your shoes in the lower and then you go up into where all the stuff is, you come out of there like you're going to go hit a home run in the World Series out of the dugout.
I would agree.
You come storming up. You're ready to go. Another thing that I've noticed about just bowling alleys in general, because of the greasy lanes, there's a film on everything. There's like a greasy, sticky, gross film on everything in the bowling alley. The tables, the drink cups, the chairs, the floor,
the keypad.
The keypad. The keypad. Like the sink in the bathroom, like the mirror in the bathroom. I don't even know how that happens. But literally everything in bowling alleys has a small little film on it. But again, we don't bat an eye because it's just a bowling alley.
It's a bowling alley.
Yeah. So that's pretty disgusting. And so as I'm sitting there in my seat that's covered in a greasy film with my shoes on that are someone else's and someone else's and someone else's and someone else's, and I'm feeling confident, I'm looking around at the different types of people that bowl. So let me just rattle off a few here.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
One, there's the bowler who's not very good, but thinks that he or she's really good.
Yep.
And when they don't do good, they just start like screaming, like, oh, that was so close. They're like, just start yelling stuff and like mad. And then like, why did I do that? Why did I throw it like that? And they just like throw their hands up in the air and they just get mad, even though like they shouldn't have that expectation for themselves because they've never been good.
Yeah,
and
it was the ball's fault or like the lane was too greasy.
So there's that person. There's also this next one's not to be sexist, but this is usually a chick. That's what you say, not to be sexist, and then you follow up something about being sexist, but it's usually a chick. And this one is the I'm being silly bowler.
Yep.
So basically, this one goes through all of the I'm being funny and silly throws, right? So the first one they usually do, they walk up and they go turn around, go backwards, and then they launch a ball between their legs and then look at the crowd to see everyone laughing. And it's so silly.
They do it to mask how bad they are.
Yeah.
Well, and this is also the person who has someone in their group taking a boomerang of them on Instagram.
Yeah, it's got to go on Instagram.
Yep.
But
And
so
it's
that's
gotta
where
be a
they
boomerang.
start. Then they do the, you always get the person that does like the overhand throw and it just smashes on the lane, being silly.
Man.
And
Rough
then,
crowd.
and then you have the one that just, the other thing that they eventually start doing it, throwing it forwards between them. They do a lot of between the leg stuff.
Yeah.
So the silly ball thrower is another person that is the type of bowler. There is again, this one's also usually a chick.
But not
Ryan,
to be sexist.
Yeah, I'm just going to rant here. The bashful, I don't like everyone watching me bowl girl.
Yes.
So what she does is she goes up and she just like she doesn't even move her arm. She just moves her shoulder. She just moves her shoulder and just lets go of the ball with her hand. And it just goes directly into the gutter. And then they like walk back and they kind of give like a little shoulder thing. And everyone's just like, but really, you're actually really bad. Just throw it. But instead it's just this shoulder noodle thing and it just flops out of their hand right into the gutter. Now this one, there's the guy who is really good, but just doesn't like say anything, like super quiet about it, right? like everyone's like joking, the person throwing it between their legs, whatever. This guy gets up, throws a strike, doesn't even like look at anyone.
He's got like a quiet confidence walking back to his seat, and he tries not to smirk because he knows he's good, and he just wants everyone else.
And then everyone's like, "Oh, nice throw! Like, God, you're good!" And they just do like a little yeah, whatever.
Yes, I was gonna add that on top of it.
Yeah.
There's also one more person.
Well, there's a lot more.
There's a ton.
Yeah, here you
but
go.
One of them that I see every time I go, and I feel like it's a lot of my buddies who do this. The no thumb, like I'm gonna try and spin it like a professional type of bowler.
Yes.
They keep their thumb out of the thumb hole.
Here's what happened. Here's how they get to this point though.
Okay.
They start by bowling normally.
Yep.
And they're getting like 3s and 4s.
Yeah, not good.
And so then they just give up and then it's a form of the silly bowler.
Sure.
But they get one strike off of it, so then they just commit to it.
Oh yeah. It's a huge commitment.
Keep going.
Okay, so the thumb is out of the thumb hole. It's the top two fingers, and it's kind of like curled up into the bicep.
Yep.
And for you watching on Facebook, it's like a curl all the way back, and then literally like you just like snap it and spin it as hard as you possibly can, and 50% of the time it just falls right into the gutter. 50% of the time it just curves all the way over.
And it misses on the other side.
It misses it. So the pins are lined up like this. The ball literally like curves like right directly in line with the side of the pins.
For you listening, Ryan's doing a diagram on the table, but you can't see it.
Give us a quick audio visual.
Basically, it just spins all the way down on the like very edge between going the gutter and staying in the lane, and then it hits the part what's not greasy, and it just goes hard left or right in
just a huge bite.
Yeah, into the gutter on the other side instead of hitting any pins.
Yeah,
but they get one strike off of it, so then they just ride that all the way to the end.
Again, it's a commitment.
Yeah. And then, like we were saying earlier, there's always the bowling hardo.
The hardo.
The guy's got the wrist guard. He walks up to where the air's blowing out, does the Big Lebowski finger, rubbing his fingers together to dry it off, to get the grease off his fingers. Don't get me wrong. This person is very good.
Yes.
This person also usually doesn't really have a life.
Yep.
I've seen these guys just bowling on a lane by themselves.
Bowling is life.
I was watching a guy once, and every time he got a strike, he would stomp his foot and like do like a Tiger Woods fist pump every single time he got a strike.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, you got a lot of strikes, but it was like, okay, buddy, you're by yourself at a bowling alley with a wrist guard on.
Man, those wrist guards.
Honestly, though, would come in handy.
It's kind of cool.
So what's funny about when we were talking bowling on the podcast before, I was talking about my cornhole plant leg.
Sure.
My bowling plant leg butt cheek is super sore today.
Do you bowl lefty or righty?
I bowl lefty. I'm a lefty.
So your plant leg would be your right foot?
Yeah, my right butt cheek from planting.
Yeah.
Sore. It's every single time.
Yeah.
Next Sunday after You Betcha Palooza, my plant butt cheek's going to be sore.
Yeah, you might even like you're not going to give yourself a bye into the championship.
Well, I'm not playing, I don't think. I'll throw some bags.
No, you can't play, but I'm playing.
Yeah.
One more thing about bowling alleys. So you walk in, you grab a ball, you like instantly start feeling up balls to see what fits your finger correctly. You ever look at the names on those bowling balls and wonder who like Rick B is or like John, like Jay Swizzle?
I almost
they have
like
nicknames on them.
I almost like don't pick those ones because their hand placement is like specifically for them, and custom. I'm so generic that I'm like, I just want the generic one.
Yeah, like Rick, who are you, and why is your bowling ball not with you and at the bowling alley?
Yeah,
like are they gonna make Rick go find his own ball at the alley? I don't know. It's weird.
Also, have you ever come across ones that like the holes are so like between the thumb and the fingers, it's like halfway around the ball.
We're talking like top knuckles can only fit in each one of the holes.
Yeah. What kind of like gorilla is bowling with that ball? I can't.
But that's the perfect ball for
gorillas.
Well, gorillas, but I mean, what are we calling our guys who the not so good bowlers that just went to the straight up like professional bowler spin with the two fingers? You know, you don't need a thumb hole for that. Dude, a lot of the times those really spaced out holes also have grips inside of them, which make it even, because I feel like the bigger, like you need,
I don't know,
which make for unreal spin.
I don't know what mammoth uses those balls, but they're ridiculous. Another person I just thought of is there's another guy who either picks up the 18-pound ball and it's way too heavy for him, and he like tears his labrum and throws his arm out every time he throws, or there's the guy who grabs like the 8-pounder to be funny. And then just absolutely just whips it. And it is going down the lane at like Mach 4. And it hits the pins, but like the ball is just so like light that it doesn't even like do what you need it to do.
No.
And he just whips it.
I love that.
That one I will have to say is pretty funny. When someone does that, it's pretty funny. When they just whip it and they turn around and they're like are smiling and everyone's laughing at them. And what? This is sexist, by the way.
Not to be sexist, but
no, this one is sexist. It's not coming from me. Bowling alleys are sexist because they make all the 8-pounders pink. They make all the balls pink.
Yeah, I've seen yellow ones too, which I mean,
sexist as hell.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So,
do you like bowling? I mean, do you like going to a bowling alley, having it like? I feel like it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah, I like bowling. I definitely get sick of it after like an hour and a half. But I wasn't planning on bowling, and so it was kind of like a surprise bowling thing. And I feel like when I'm going bowling, like I need to kind of get in the mindset of like I'm going there to bowl.
Yeah.
And so I was in a weird spot, but it was, it's fun. It's one of those things. If I had to do it every week, I probably would hate it. But you do it once every 6 months or so.
Quick bowling hack: keep your student ID after you graduate college. If you go to college, they have like $5 all you can bowls at probably just about every bowling alley in the Midwest for student night.
Mm-hmm. So or they have like they waive the fee on the shoes or something like that, But I apologize to anyone who is the hardo bowler that's listening to this.
Please comment below.
Yeah, we want to talk to you. It makes me mad because there's so many other like bowling personalities that we could throw in here. But yeah, it's last one I'm gonna
do. Here we go.
There's the person who never knows that it's their turn. They probably have the worst case of ADHD ever, or they're the opposite, and they're just sitting there and they're just like staring.
They're not in that mindset that you talked about to go and bowl. They're just like there to be there.
Or they didn't want to bowl in the first place.
Right. They have FOMO.
They're like scrolling on their phone, and every single time they come up, it's like, hey, Karen, you're up. Oh, is it my turn?
And then they grab the ball super quick, and then I feel like it's the same spaghetti arm. Like
spaghetti armors,
it goes hand in hand.
Spaghetti arm shoulders into the gutter oftentimes cross over with the person who never knows it's their turn to bowl.
Interesting.
Another person, I can keep rattling these up. There is the basically the bowling leader, right? So like this person isn't necessarily good, isn't necessarily bad, but they will be the first one to let the person who's not paying attention know it's their turn.
Yep. They set the board up. They set the
I was just going to say, they plug in there.
Yep.
And depending on the bowling leader personality, you could tell the personality by the names that come up on the screen, right? If it's just your name, kind of a boring bowling leader.
Yeah.
If you have silly nicknames on there,
that's your guy.
That's a fun bowling leader, and you want to be a part of that. Yep. Otherwise, can get kind of boring because they're either and the bowling leader's job is when there's like 10 minutes left, they're like, guys, we got to finish this game. Hurry up. There's only 10 minutes left. And they're just like waving people up there don't even just throw it.
Karen, I'm going for you this time.
Yep. And so that's usually the bowling leader is just getting people in before the time runs out.
God, we could.
I could.
But the best is when Karen is like, I don't really want to bowl anymore. So then you get to bowl in her spot. Mm-hmm. So you get like back-to-back turns.
Well, and in that situation, you have your one what you're trying, and then
it's a practice round.
You turn into the silly bowler on your other turn by spinning it, throwing it between your legs. Just launching it halfway down the lane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We could talk about this all day.
I didn't know I loved talking about bowling alleys this much.
We should podcast at a bowling alley sometime.
Yeah, we should. If you guys have a bowling alley out there and want to host us, we should have a You Betcha night at a bowling alley.
That'd be fun.
That would be actually really fun.
Yeah. I mean, if you own, manage, operate a bowling alley, throw in the comments below. If it's manageable, I think we could really make it into something.
That would be pretty fun, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's always bars in bowling alleys and stuff too.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe we're
going to get You Betcha Palooza out of the way first.
You Betcha Palooza. Maybe the next event is You Betcha Bowling. You Betcha Bowling night. Oh my God, that's cold.
Yeah, so you probably heard there was only one crack of a beer. That segment. I was a little too premature again. That happens every once in a while.
I think it probably happens more than you'd like it to happen, Ryan.
Once in a while.
Especially especially in the evening.
In the evenings when we're podcasting.
Well, no, I was going to say at home when you're in the bedroom. That might also happen quite often, Ryan.
Did you see that on People's of Craigslist? Did you see what you just said?
No, it should be.
Oh, you weren't reading people. You were talking about me.
Yeah, I was talking about you.
All right. So one of my favorite segments of all time.
Ryan's been like,
I love this one.
He's been badgering me to do this segment again.
So I think we did in like episode 2.
And I've been holding him off like a rabid dog.
Yeah. Because I think we did did we do like a People of Walmart or was it just Craigslist?
It was just Craigslist.
We ended on Craigslist on episode 2.
It was about the guy who got his
it's
Christmas decorations stolen.
All right, so we're back at it. We're on the what board are we on right now?
So this is Misconnections. This one's a little more risque than the rants and raves sections for sure.
Okay, so we found a good one. Just start it off. Read us the headline.
All right. So this is on Misconnections. This is, I think, a spot where a lot of people like. Let's say a stranger helps you jump your car or helps you shovel your car out or something or does something nice. A lot of people will go on there and say that, hey, if this was you, like I'd like to thank you. You should let me know. Contact me. But it's also a lot mostly for people just trying to get laid. Really, this is what it's for.
Yeah.
And so we got a listing here. And this one jumped out at me because the title says Dakota 46, which I believe is a username from Ashley Madison. And I believe Ashley Madison is the dating site that like
Didn't it leak a bunch of like?
well people go on there to cheat on their
Gotcha. Yep.
their husband or wife.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So information that you're on Ashley Madison is not good for your marriage.
Yeah. So Dakota 46
is on Ashley Madison. So if you're looking to hook up with Dakota 46 on Ashley Madison, go there now.
Yeah. Well, Dakota 46, if you're watching right now,
you're about to be exposed, buddy.
Yes. Yes.
So I believe this is a male, by the way.
Okay.
Here is the Craigslist listing under misconnections. You winked at me on Ashley Madison mid-morning Friday, February 8th. Now, I think winked is like poking someone like on Facebook or like probably swiping right on Tinder or whatever.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gathering. I don't know. I'm not on Ashley Madison. I'm not married. I wouldn't know. But I'm gathering that. So Dakota 46 got winked at by some chick. Oh, wait a minute. This might be the person that they're looking for is Dakota 46 because it says, I'm not a paid member, so can't respond there. Who is paying for Ashley Madison? You can't have like a joint bank account. There's a thing comes out of your credit card that says Ashley Madison, your wife or your husband.
I wonder what the statement actually says when you get charged from Ashley Madison.
It probably says like general store or something like that. That'd be smart.
Yeah.
If you're Ashley Madison.
There's so many things wrong with this right away. So, okay. So let's start over. Let's shift the perspective to we're looking for Dakota 46.
Yeah. Sorry. Dakota 46. If you're out there, you need to contact this guy. So Dakota 46 winks at this guy mid Friday morning. So that's good to know that it was mid Friday morning on February 8th. I'm not a paid member, but I did send you a key to my private pictures. What do you think the private pictures are? You think they're like, you think they're just more pictures or do you think they're like naughty pictures?
Oh, I think, man, would you go there that quick? Like, hey, Dakota 46, I literally just winked at you. Here is a vault to the like Jeff Bezos. He's on Ashley Madison. He just like, that's where
Can you imagine the like,
that's where they got his photos is from the Ashley Madison photo vault.
Can you imagine if Jeff Bezos was on Ashley Madison? The dude is just like, he's Jeff Bezos, but he like loves the thrill of going on Ashley Madison and cheating on his wife.
Crazy.
Okay. Then the next line says, I believe I can help you find what you lost at home. Obviously, you're not the problem. I like that compliment. It's like such a subtle compliment by this guy saying, you know, like, I understand where you're coming from. But I probably can patch up the hole that you have in your heart.
You think something went wrong with her and her husband. If Dakota 46 is a woman, her and her husband at home. What I'm confused at is how does this guy, just by winking at this person, how does he know all the problems that are...
I'm sure that in her bio, it says that she like lost the spark with her husband at home.
So that's what you put in your bio on Ashley Madison is like the problem you're having with your significant other.
What if that was like
we should get on Ashley Madison just to like do a quick review of it.
We should make a You Betcha Ashley Madison account. Yeah. And be paid members.
Yes. Because apparently you get way more perks.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you won't have to be on Craigslist looking for Dakota 46 if you would have just paid your membership.
Yeah. This guy, I love that this guy put his name. I just realized that he put his name at the bottom.
Did he?
It says, contact me here and we can get acquainted. Ken. Of course this guy's name is Ken. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Yeah, so Ken, it's a guy looking for Dakota 46 on Ashley Madison. He got winked at mid-Friday morning. That's my favorite part of the whole listing.
Yes.
It's the fact that he had to specify what part of the morning. It was about mid morning on Friday.
Ken, man. He's probably got winks coming in all day. He just had to specify, like,
if you are this desperate for Dakota 46, wouldn't you just like pay the like $10 to respond?
What I get hung up on is like, why are these people going to Craigslist? This has got to be like a generational thing where like,
they don't know where else to turn because they can't put it on Facebook.
No, absolutely not. So I understand that. So Craigslist would be like the next avenue to put your Facebook, like your long Facebook post about breaking up with your girlfriend. Like this is the long Craigslist post about finding your significant other on Ashley Madison.
Yeah, I
think it goes hand in hand.
I just don't get. I was trying to see if I could like find a profile, but I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of Ashley Madison,
right?
Because you don't want your picture on. Yeah, but
and Ken's probably not a paid member because of the statement, the charge on the statement.
You think that they wouldn't put that on the statement, right? They wouldn't put Ashley Madison.
We should just sign up for 1 month and see what the statement comes back at. And then we'll do a follow-up of Dakota 46.
Cost of doing business, man. Might have to be getting a Ashley Madison account.
You did buy a $50 bottle opener.
Yeah, screw that bottle opener. People ask me if I like got rid of it or not. I'm like, if I'm going to pay $50, I'm going to at least like use it for like holding like a paperweight or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. Can you imagine if you are Dakota 46 and you're scrolling through the misconnections on Craigslist in a specific city and you see your Ashley Madison username pop up?
So
do you think
is Ken's contact info on here?
Yeah, so should we email him?
I was just going to say we should shoot him an email. Like, hey, man, like we're trying to help you find.
Can we have you on the podcast? We'll blur out your face and change your voice.
Oh my God.
I feel like that we should try it. I feel like that would be so sketchy though.
God, the cost of doing business, man. That would be such great content.
We were murdered by Ken on Craigslist looking for Dakota 46. Honestly, I think we should. Hey, this is the.
So you have his.
I'll be able to do an email. But so we'll have to do that.
I mean, man, we just like, I think we just increased his chances of finding Dakota 46 with this podcast.
Dakota 46, if you are out there, we need you to reveal yourself to Ken. That's all we know about him. You winked at him mid-morning on a Friday. When you probably should have been working. You were scrolling through Ashley Madison. You winked at him. He did send you a key to his private rooms, though. Private pictures. And he just wants to help you find what you lost at home. And he just wants you to know that you're not the problem. And he just wants to get acquainted. Love, Ken. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a lot of snow days recently. The polar vortex was in full force. And so we have another top 3 list coming at you. And this one is the top 3 snow day activities. And we're not talking like fun snow day, like, oh, I'm going to go sledding because it's so fluffy and snowy out. No, we're talking like it's blizzarding and you can't see anything and the roads are shut down or
your office
they cancel
closed.
Everything. Yeah,
we're talking like adult snow days.
Adult snow days. Yes. Not like as a kid. Like we're talking they canceled like the whole town. The whole town is like basically canceled. So
roads are still open. We have to leave that there because one of mine is
Okay. So Ryan, as always, ladies first, you go ahead.
Okay, so number 3. I'm gonna take a solid nap when I get home. We're talking like 30 to 45 minutes. I just need to get rejuvenated, like just wake myself back up. And then I'm going to be ready to just crush the snow day.
Yeah, I would agree with a nap. I usually take a really long one though.
Are we talking like 2 to 3 hours?
I don't
like,
set an alarm, and I just, it's like,
the best.
I like to call that nap roulette. You may wake up in 15 minutes or you may wake up 5 hours from now.
At like 9 o'clock at night.
If you try it, if you got nothing going on a day, try nap roulette. Spin that baby and see where you land when you wake up. Solid, pretty generic.
Yeah, pretty generic. But that's like how I'm gonna set up number 2 and number 1.
Little setup.
Yep.
Okay, so for me, I do this a lot on snow days. Let's say you wake up and like the town's canceled or like, whatever. You wake up and you're like, oh, I can't go anywhere. I can't go to work. Can't do this. Can't do that. I'm going to get some stuff done today, right? So you make this list, and apparently you think that you have like 10 days in the snow day, but so you put enough stuff on the list to do but you could realistically do it in 10 days, but you think you can do it in one day on a snow day. Like I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to iron my clothes. I'm going to clean underneath the sink, not just in the sink. I'm going to clean underneath the sink. I'm going to go sweep the garage, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You make this huge list, and then you don't even do a single one. It's just you make the list like on your phone notes or whatever. And the second that you get out of that app and go scroll through Instagram, you don't even think about the list the entire day.
Your mind is paralyzed from just how much stuff is on there.
Well, and you're just like, you just aren't going to do it. But you do make the list because you're like, this could be the one snow day that I'm productive. So that's my number 3.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big list guy, and at the same time, it's like, God, if I made this list for a snow day and I cranked all this stuff out, it's like, why don't I do that at work? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's my number 3.
I like that.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is I really like to eat out on snow days because I drive a 4-wheel drive pickup. So just to kind of set this up, we had a snow day this last Wednesday. The office I work at got closed down. I was going to go downtown and eat some food purely just to see how many people are stuck in the middle of the road.
That is fun to do.
On my way downtown.
Is that your number 2?
That's my number 2.
Seeing how many people get stuck?
Like just pure enjoyment of people, like just you go up to an intersection, you stop, good luck.
Yeah. Do you ever, what's the death trap for cars on a snow day? Is roundabouts.
Oh my God.
For whatever reason, whatever the wind is blowing which way, and you're like not going straight because you have to go, it's just everyone gets stuck.
Yeah, even in pickups, those are terrible. And the path in a roundabout is like as wide as this table right now.
Yeah, on a snow.
Because just think of a plow trying to get around a roundabout. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's a mess. And then, so I try and avoid all roundabouts on snow days.
Yeah.
And I'm like going on the street next to it, and I'm just like pointing and laughing at them as they're going around. They're like, how dare you try? You're not going to beat it. So.
Yeah, I love driving in like snowstorms, stuff like that. For one, I can just plow through the roads, and for two, it's
going and messing around like a testosterone-filled teenager was on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Of like going and like thinking you're Vin Diesel and drifting around corners and doing donuts in an open parking lot.
Yes.
That was on my honorable mention, so I'm glad that you brought that up. My number 2, this one many people probably will frown upon, but I love it. It's the best. On snow days, I participate in zero hygiene. I wake up.
That's every day for you.
I wake up. I don't brush my teeth. I used to have an old saying on snow days, you don't brush your teeth.
No.
You don't brush your teeth. You don't shower. You don't even like look at the shower. You go into the bathroom to take a pee.
If you're not brushing your teeth, you're not in the bathroom at all.
Yeah.
You do have to go to the bathroom in the morning, but
you
literally go like this.
Yeah. Don't look at the shower. But by the end of the day, you lay in bed and you're just like, oh, I'm so greasy. I can't wait to shower tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then it's like a rejuvenation the next morning and you're ready to roll.
Ready to get back to work.
Yeah. I don't change out of my pajamas. I don't change out of my clothes. It's just, I just sit.
No, we're talking like from the bed.
No deodorant, no nothing.
Nope. From the bed to the couch, like pajamas and all.
Yep.
You find a really nice blanket to just cozy up with.
Well, I just sit in my robe.
Well,
I throw the robe on.
Sure. Well, you paid enough for it. You should probably get some good use out of it.
Yeah, I'm still making payments on the robe, so I better wear it.
What do you want, like a 12-month, 0
36
APR
months.
36 months.
It's a 36-month plan. Down payment was pretty hefty.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd had to do a 5-year thing, I think, on that robe. All right, Ryan, what's your number one?
Netflix and chill.
I knew you were going to say that. You're so basic.
You did? Okay.
You're so basic.
Netflix and chill is my number one because it's exactly what you do after you get out of bed and do no personal hygiene.
You watch a full season of something.
You just didn't want to admit that that's what you actually do. Netflix and chill.
Well, you watch a full season of something.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that. I just thought you could have been a little more creative, Ryan.
How do you, I mean, that is like the epitome of like snow day.
Yeah. Everyone does do that. Do you ever
see how assertive that was for you viewers?
It was, he gave me the strong arm there. I now believe you, Ryan.
So, I mean, like, what do you think about my number one? Like,
I just think it's pretty basic.
But what else are you supposed to do on snow days that could be like any better than just watching?
So all of my stuff helps get to the main event of watching Netflix all day. It's kind of this other stuff around it. So my number one, to basically all of mine help your number one.
So do mine.
Think about it.
So like I take a nap and then I go get food and I come back and watch Netflix.
So my number one's about getting food, but you don't go to a restaurant. You go to a gas station.
Okay.
And when you usually go to a gas station, you get some food, you get a bag of chips or a piece of candy. I, on snow days, will go to a gas station and I will purchase about $35 worth of snacks.
Jesus.
I don't eat an actual meal during a snow day. I just snack the entire day, so I'm constantly full.
Why, you should just go to Menards.
No, you got to go to the gas station. It's the closest one because you ain't getting to Menards. I don't know that. I don't know that. You keep talking about Menards snacks, but I don't know that bit, Ryan. Gas station snacks on a snow day are the best, hands down, bar none. You spend $35. The person checking you out. The person checking you out.
$35.
Yeah, it's tough to get to $35.
Yeah, it is.
Roller dogs, Kit Kats, puffcorn. You got to get a jug of water, even though you take 3 sips out of it the whole day. Ice cream.
How about like the
frozen pizzas,
breakfast sandwiches?
Breakfast sandwiches.
Oh my gosh!
Anything you can think of at a gas station, you buy. You don't necessarily eat it all.
Well, the $13 beef jerky contributes heavily to that $35.
Oh yeah, beef jerky. Yeah, and the person checking you out is just judging you super hard.
This guy must be staying in all day.
Wow, this guy just spent $15 on 5 bags of puffcorn. What is he doing? Yeah. And then I walk out of there. I got like 4 bags. Looks like I actually went
to the grocery store. Full
grocery store shop. You plop yourself on the couch. You watch Netflix all day, like you said. And that's one of my favorite things to do on a snow day. So to recap, my 3, I make a list and I don't do any of it. I don't clean myself in any way, shape, or form. I don't mask the stench. I don't brush my teeth. Nothing. And my number 1 is I go spend $35 on gas station food and don't eat a meal all day.
So I want to question.
What was your 3 again?
I want to question your number 2 quick because this is snow day activities and not.
That is true, I guess.
Not keeping up with your hygiene is That's
Okay,
not
my favorite activity is ignoring the shower and going like this, holding my hand up to
That's
my
a
face.
little bit better.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
You are
number
right
two.
that I put on the list of activities, not doing
Not an
activities.
activity. Yes,
Yeah.
correct. So my top three snow day activities are take a solid nap, get rejuvenated for the day. I'm gonna go out. I'm not gonna sit down. I'm gonna go out, get some takeout.
You're getting
food.
Panda Express.
Panda Express.
Yeah.
Or Blaze Pizza, depending on the mood.
Get the hell out of here, Ryan.
And then I'm just gonna come back and I'm gonna throw like a season of like some like true crime series or something like that.
I was gonna say, once in a while though, you do pick like a series that like you're gonna try a new one.
Yeah.
Because a snow day is a perfect it's a perfect day to like, because you're gonna watch like 10 episodes.
Yes.
So it's a great way to start a new series and just like get into it.
Well, and it's a good time to experiment with like because if you don't like that show, you still have like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, you get 3 episodes in and punt and still have 7 more episodes of another show.
Versus you get home at like 5 o'clock, you make supper, you eat, you're on the couch at 7. If you watch a show, if you punt on a show at 7 o'clock, you're done for the night.
That is true.
I've never thought about that. Yeah. Experimental day on Netflix or Hulu.
I'm very interested to see what the people listening and viewing have in their top 3, but
I am as well, because there's not a ton of things to do on a snow day that like obviously like shovel your driveway. So I'm curious to see.
That sucks. That's not a fun activity.
It's not.
It's
part of the list that you don't do.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So drop it in the comments below. We want to see what you guys do on a snow day.
This You Betcha Radio podcast was brought to you by our friends at the Bev Buckle. Bev Buckle is a belt buckle that is the world's first retractable drink holder, and you can find them at bevbuckle.com. That's BEVBUCKLE.com, and you can get 15% off of your order by using promo code YouBetcha with no space, YOUBETCHA at bevbuckle.com using promo code YouBetcha for 15% off.
Guys, thanks again for tuning in to episode 6 of the You Betcha Radio podcast. Remember, go find us on social media at YouBetcha. That's OHH You Betcha on all social media platforms. Guys, we also have another shirt dropping this week, and we've been saying it for like a week or two now. It's the coldest shirt drop that we will ever do.
We've ever done and ever will do.
Ice cold.
Yeah. Just to finish her up, You Betcha Palooza's on Saturday, February 16th, noon to 5. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be out on the ice all day, just being Midwesterners, just owning our Midwestness. Midwestness. And throwing some cornhole bags, drinking a lot of bush lattes. And then we'll after party and get weird. So
real weird.
Yeah, look for the shirt drop. And yeah. You what's your name, Ryan?
I'm Ryan, the t-shirt guy.
And I am Miles, the You Betcha guy. May your ranch always be runny and your bush lattes forever be cold. Cheers. It's cold.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.